Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Battleverse. Today we are diving into one of the most dramatic and explosive naval events of recent times, a story that sent shockwaves across the Middle East and beyond. Imagine the tension, the silence of the sea at night broken only by the hum of engines, and then suddenly a thunderous eruption as an Israeli destroyer unleashed its full fury on a Houthi-controlled port. But as we always know in the world of modern warfare, every action carries consequences, and what followed after the strike left the region on edge and the world watching with wide eyes. This isn't just a tale of steel and missiles, it's a story of strategy, power, retaliation, and the dangerous game of brinkmanship being played on the high seas. The Israeli destroyer at the heart of this drama is a beast of engineering. Sleek yet menacing, it glides through the ocean like a predator stalking its prey. Its angular design is not accidental, every surface is crafted to reduce radar detection, making it almost ghost-like to enemy tracking systems. The towering launch cells, neatly arranged across the deck, look like silent guardians, each housing the devastating firepower of surface-to-air and surface-to-surface missiles. Its guns, radars, and communication domes stand like watchful eyes, constantly scanning, constantly analyzing. This is no ordinary vessel, it is a floating citadel of war, designed to dominate contested waters and bring destruction to those who challenge it. Inside, the destroyer is a world of cold precision. Narrow corridors echo with the steady footsteps of sailors trained to operate under extreme pressure. The command room is alive with digital displays, glowing panels, and tactical maps that pulse with every detected movement in the surrounding waters. Officers lean over consoles, relaying information at lightning speed, while commanders issue crisp orders without hesitation. In one chamber, radar operators track distant aircraft and drones. In another, weapons specialists prepare missile systems for launch. There are no luxuries here, every chair, every screen, every panel is functional, designed for war. This is a place where seconds decide survival, and discipline is the thin line between victory and disaster. When the order came, it was delivered with the calm precision of a surgeon. Missiles were armed, targeting systems locked in on the coordinates of the Houthi port. In the silence before the strike, tension was thick. Then came the roar, one missile after another cutting through the night sky, streaks of fire across the darkness. They slammed into their targets with terrifying accuracy. Warehouses storing drones and explosives erupted in massive fireballs, sending shockwaves through the ground. Anti-ship missile depots crumbled under the assault, their deadly payloads detonating in secondary explosions. Control towers and radar installations were annihilated, leaving defenders blind and disoriented. The port, once a hub of hostile activity, was engulfed in flames and smoke, the night lit like a burning horizon. The performance of the destroyer was nothing short of clinical. It approached, struck, and withdrew with flawless execution, its propulsion system allowing it to maneuver swiftly before enemy forces could mount a meaningful counterattack. Houthi defenses scrambled, launching drones and short-range missiles in desperation, but the destroyer was ready. Its layered defense system roared to life, interceptors streaking into the sky to obliterate incoming threats before they could reach their mark. Cannons spat bursts of fire at closer drones, shredding them out of the air. Electronic warfare suites jammed hostile signals, confusing enemy targeting systems. Every attempted strike against the destroyer met an iron wall of defense, leaving attackers frustrated and helpless. And yet, while the ship's safety systems kept it secure, the strike was not without consequences. The Houthis, battered but unbroken, declared vengeance. Their leaders vowed retaliation not just against Israel but against allied shipping and trade passing through the Red Sea and Bab el-Mandeb Strait. This was not just a battle, it was a message, and the message was answered in kind. Almost immediately after the strike, intelligence reports began flooding in of Houthi preparations for counterattacks, swarms of drones being readied, ballistic missiles repositioned, and sleeper cells mobilizing. Israel had delivered a crushing blow, but in doing so, it had lit the fuse of a much larger powder keg. In analyzing what makes this destroyer unique, one must understand its role not only as a warship but as a political instrument. Unlike older vessels that rely on brute force alone, this ship combines stealth, speed, and precision into one package. It can operate in contested waters without being easily detected, strike with pinpoint accuracy, and then shield itself against waves of retaliation. This multi-dimensional capability makes it not just a ship but a statement, a message to adversaries that Israel can project power far beyond its own shores, even into enemy strongholds. But with such power comes immense cost. Financially, the construction and operation of such a destroyer run into billions, each missile launched representing millions more. Yet the deeper cost is geopolitical. The strike on the Houthi port was not just a military maneuver, it was a spark that risked igniting broader conflict in an already volatile region. Iran, the primary backer of the Houthis, saw the attack as an indirect challenge, and its allies across the region began rattling their sabers. Shipping companies, already wary of threats in the Red Sea, considered rerouting vessels, sending insurance rates soaring and global trade shivering under the threat of disruption. The aftermath was filled with tension. Global powers watched closely, some condemning the strike, others quietly supporting it. The United States and Western allies emphasized the right of Israel to defend its interests and protect shipping lanes from hostile forces. Meanwhile, Iran and its allies condemned the attack as aggression, promising revenge. The Houthis, though struck hard, were not eliminated. Within days, they attempted a retaliatory strike on shipping vessels, launching drones that were intercepted before causing damage, but proving their resolve had not been shattered. The cycle of attack and counterattack was set into motion, each side pushing closer to the brink of a larger confrontation. For the crew of the destroyer, the strike was a testament to their training and the capabilities of their vessel. Every sailor knew they had just participated in an operation that would be studied by militaries worldwide. Yet, they also knew they had painted a target on their own backs. The Houthis and their allies would not forget, and naval assets in the region were now on heightened alert, constantly scanning the skies and seas for the next wave of retaliation. The destroyer had proven itself, but its journey was far from over. In conclusion, the Israeli destroyer's strike on the Houthi port was a tactical success, a demonstration of precision, power, and technological superiority. But strategically, it opened a Pandora's box of new threats and uncertainties. The port lay in ruins, but the flames of revenge had been fanned into a wildfire. The unique strength of the destroyer lies in its ability to dominate the battlefield, but even the strongest warship cannot control the political storms that follow its missiles. The world is left asking, what happens next? Will this strike deter the Houthis and their backers, or has it merely escalated a conflict that now threatens to spill far beyond the Red Sea? One thing is certain, in modern warfare, every shot fired echoes across the globe, and the echo of this strike is still being heard today.